You're watching another supercharged masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming. Your opportunity to learn the ins and outs of Podio design and development from one of the top Podio partners in the world.
Hey everybody, it's Jordan Fleming here with a supercharged extension review. Today I am going to dive a little deeper into one of my favorite Podio extensions, Better Supermenu. If you've not used it, it was created by Andreas Huttenrauch. You may not know that name, but you undoubtedly know the work from the man because he's the person who created Globiflow, which Citrix then acquired and now is called Citrix Podio Workflow Automation. It's basically the place you log into and create unbelievably complicated and amazing automations for your Podio setup. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to dive into two of the really key parts of Better Supermenu that I use on a day-to-day basis, show you how to set it up, how to use it. And then afterwards, I'm going to give the extension a rating. I'm going to do this with all my extension reviews, basically on four categories. One, how useful is it? Two, how easy is it to set up? Three, how easy is it to use on a day-to-day basis? And four, is it value for money? Is it good value for money? Let's dive right in. Okay, so let's look at Better Supermenu. And to start with, it's incredibly easy to set up. There's two things you're gonna need to do. One, you're gonna need to go over to bettersupermenu.com and you're gonna need to log in, sign in, authenticating with your Podio, granting access. And now once you've done that, it's actually gonna go through and essentially categorize and pull through all the different Podio organizations, workspaces and apps that your user has access to, right? So if you're one of those people who, like I used to be, have access to a ton of people's systems, it can take a little while. I've streamlined it for the purposes of this video. So what's involved here? Well, let's just quickly look. What we're doing with Better Supermenu is we're creating a menu that you can essentially use to quickly access any of your Podio apps. So you can see here, I've got my workspaces and my apps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a few to go ahead and put into the Better Supermenu. You see here, I've selected the wholesale CRM workspace and I've selected the four apps. I'm going to also select this one and I'm going to go these ones. I'm going to skip out buyer and documents and just go to campaigns as well. And maybe for the configuration, well, I use users a lot. I use the sequence and task templates quite a bit. I'll maybe look at the merge tags and titles companies. Hey, are you using Podio to manage your real estate investment business? Wait! Click the link to find out why thousands of real estate investment professionals are using Podio Plus smartphone to make more calls, send more text, and close more deals. Click the link. And some of these other ones as well, right? Let's just pick a few. And maybe I'll do my cold calling list. So you can see here, what I'm doing here is I'm creating a sort of menu structure. And what this is going to do is once I install this into, once I get this set up using the Chrome extension, it means that I'll be able to navigate very quickly to any of these. Now you can customize the look of this in sense. So you see here that you can check, you could set the background color to, I don't know, or whatever that color is, and the foreground color to white maybe, and you can do all sorts of little bits of customization there. But essentially what I've done is I've taken bits of my Podio setup and I've put it into a menu system here, similar to what you get in a website where you have drop-down menus. What's really cool about this is if you're someone who's involved with a lot of different organizations, it finds them all, which means you can have workspaces and apps from many different organizations in this menu structure. And that saves me a huge amount of time because I've got a lot of things in one organization and I've got a lot of things in my smartphone organization and I've got a few other places I need to do. And the fact that I can have it all in one menu is superb. So I've now configured this. And this is, again, this is the kind of key bit of Better Supermenu, this menu element. So how am I going to get this actually being used in Podio? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, and there is a Better Super menu, Google extension. Here it is, see, globy.ca, super menu, boom, and I'm simply going to add it to my Chrome. Add extension. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pin that as well, because I find it very useful to pin the extensions that I use a lot. So I've now got the extension here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to Podio. I'm going to do a hard refresh. Now that I've installed the Chrome extension, I've set up my menu system here. When I hit that center logo of Citrix, my menu pops up. I mean, I can't tell you what a time saver it is to be able to just go, oh, I need to find an app. I need to go to that app. Oh, merge text, boom, I'm right there. Oh, I need to go back up here to my contacts app, boom. It is an incredibly useful feature. Now, there's another amazing feature in Better Super Menu I want to overview in this video, and that is, you can see there's some, if you could click on the Chrome extension, there's some options. You can check in some of these, things like dig, they're kind of more advanced. You need proc.foo, you need to be working in the proc.foo extension to be using that. You can, things like live updating widgets means that those widgets you install on the homepage will be refreshed automatically for you. You don't have to refresh the page. But the key thing for me is this sheet button. Sheet view from Better Super Menu is the second bit of why this extension rocks. Let me show you what that does. So I'm just going to pop over to, using my extension, my tasks. Okay, hands up, who's using Podio for real estate and they don't want more leads? Nobody. You want more leads closed? Well, check out Smartphone for Podio, the only phone system fully built for Citrix Podio. With an fully integrated power dialer and our amazing mobile apps, it means wherever you are, you can make more calls, log to Podio, send more texts, log to Podio, and close more deals, all logged to your Podio CRM. Click the link. Check it out. And you see here, I've got overdue here. I've got a blue overdue, a current list, right? I'm going to go ahead and open this with Sheet View. Now, in order to open with Sheet View, you need to be on one of these blue views, not the little gray ones underneath, the sub views where you're splitting it out, but the blue one. So a current week's tasks, if we had one, or the overdue with 42. And once I'm on one of these views, I simply go ahead, and because I've installed the Chrome extension, I click Sheet. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring me up a sheet view of this app. Now, I can change the columns viewed that are being viewed. See that they mirror the columns from Podio are mirroring in my sheet view. If I had more columns, I'd see more of them. But for the case of this, I don't really need any of that. The key about sheet view is it solves one of the big problems of Podio table view. One thing you can't do in Podio table view is edit the information when it looks like this, right? Like we're used to doing an Excel spreadsheet. I've got this sheet view here. Oh, I want to just change this. I want to set this one overdue. I can't. I got to open up and click, right? That's okay. We use it all the time. But what if I want to set all of these to open and change the date for all of these? There's no way inside of Podio with an extension you can do it. Sheet view, it's super easy. I simply go ahead, I double click, I've got my options here. If it's a category field in this sense, I go open, and then just like with Excel, I grab the corner and I drag down. You see, pending updates, it's counting down the ones it's doing. So one of the limitations of this sort of extension is it does have to work through the Podio API, so it's sort of, you got to wait until it finishes its updates. Now, let's say I also want to go ahead and reassign these ones from Maria to assign force robot. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag Maria to assign force robot down. And again, it's going to see there, it's pending, it's updating these items. I'm able to essentially go ahead and modify any of these cells and have it saved directly into Podio. So if I close this out now and I refresh, are you using Podio with CallRail? There's a better way. Click the link to find out why hundreds of businesses have moved over to using smartphone, the only phone system built for Podio. Make more calls, send more texts, and close more deals. Click the link. I should now have a bunch of open ones that are now assigned for this robot, right? And that is the absolute genius of Sheet View. So putting those two things together, setting aside, you've got other things putting in better text editing into multi-text fields and expanding the app descriptions. You can dig into those things, and maybe I'll do another video. But the two things that make this extension, in my view, completely indispensable are this menu here, which lets you jump around Podio with a click, and the ability to open up any app as a table view in any app into a sheet view where you can edit in line. You can drag and do multiple edits just like you can in Excel. That makes this unbelievable. Okay, so I've shown you the two most important parts of Better Supermenu and how easy they are to get up and running. How am I going to rate Better Supermenu based on the 4 rating categories that I outlined at the start of this video? Well, how useful is it? Come on, that's gotta be an A, right? I use this extension all the time, every day. I'm using that Podio Better Supermenu, that menu bit, every day. Sheet View, I probably use it most days, but when I do use it, it makes my life so much easier. So I'm giving it as an A for how useful it is. How easy to set up? Well, you saw it. Log in with Podio, select the workspaces, select the apps, install the Chrome extension. It takes minutes to set up and anyone can do it. I'm gonna give that an A as well. How easy to use? Again, I suppose you could say some of the more advanced features in Dig are more advanced to use, but if you're using ProcFu, you're doing that anyway. For my money, the ease of use on this is incredibly easy. Once you set it up, you never have to do anything other than click Sheet View, click the menu, and use those basic functions. I'm going to give this an A as well. And value for money. It's free. What do you want? It's free. So who knows, maybe in the future it won't be free, in which case we may have to do another review on this and change the rating. But it's free and it's this useful that I use it every single day. I'm going to give it an A+ on that. So right out of the gate, I'm saying that if you use Podio, you will find that the Better Supermenu is a phenomenal tool that really you should be encouraging every single one of your team to be installing. It will make their Podio lives so much better. If you enjoyed this video, if it helped you at all, please do put a comment in, hit the subscribe button to make sure you're notified for any other of our YouTube videos. Make sure you listen to the podcast, head over to Apple Podcasts or wherever else you listen to your podcasts, and give us a review, give us a like, share it around, right? The more we tell people about the amazing things about Podio, the better. Thanks very much.
Thanks for watching this supercharged masterclass with Jordan Samuel Fleming, CEO of Smartphone. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel to be notified of new podcast episodes, Podio masterclasses, and in-depth Podio extension reviews.